what kind of got me fired up is the fact I'm like, why are women being treated in such a oddly different way than men are being treated? And I think that's where my voice is very valuable, because I'm like, would you say that same thing to a man? And if the answer is no, don't say that thing to a woman.
Welcome to Paradox, hosted by Dr. Sherry Ross, leading OBGYN, and Dr. Tammy Nelson, world-renowned sex therapist. Two experts, zero filters, full truth.
Today's guest is one of the most badass doctors of our time, Dr. Kelly Casperson, a celebrated urologist, best-selling author, and host of the fun and informative podcast, You Are Not Broken. Kelly is literally changing the way we talk about hormonal health, sexuality, breaking glass ceilings all over the place, and basically ditching the shame once and for all. Doc, it is such an honor to have you here today. I am so grateful. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. I'm glad we get to hang out.
I know.
And Dr. Sherry just talks about you like you are the shit in this world.
She is.
Kind
I mean,
of you.
I met Kelly a few years back at the Issuers Conference, Sexual Wellness.
You were
And
so nice.
I don't know if it was her,
So nice.
very trademark hairdo or contagious smile that just was like, I have to know this woman.
Cool hair.
Yeah,
definitely.
super cool.
Thank
Did you trademark it?
No, I haven't. I don't know. I don't know you can do that. I don't want to pay lawyers for it. Like,
That's right.
other people
That's
can
right.
steal it. It looks great on everybody.
Oh yeah, especially on you.
So we have a commercial for her hairdresser.
Now the audio people are like, damn it.
That's right. I know. I just want to know though. It's always looking good. I just have to ask you this because my dad was a urologist, and I never ever thought of going into urology.
Never?
Ever.
It's a
No.
genetic disorder. Like, many families have a lineage.
Is that right? Only I looked at the AUA, American Urology Association. They said like 12% of women go into urology. Because
Yeah,
I
it's
know
bad.
you specialize in women's sexual health, but I guess anyone with the bladder can theoretically go.
Yeah, weird thing. Women have pelvises.
That's right.
Wait, so tell our
late-breaking
listeners, what is a urologist?
Yeah,
'Cause
good question.
Not everybody knows.
A urologist is a surgeon. It's a surgical specialty of the genital urinary tract. So from the top down, adrenals, kidneys, ureter, bladder, urethra, scrotum, testicles, prostate, vulva, clitoris, vaginal prolapse, bladder leakage. Can't pee too much, everything in
Right, all
between.
those-
That's urology. And we're kind of like, I think that's what gives me one of my superpowers in this conversation, because I treat men. And a lot of people in this conversation are gynecologists who never treat men. And they do not have the perspective of saying, well, just drink a glass of wine and like you're just getting old. We don't tell men that. Right.
That's
We
true.
help them out with Viagra and we help them out with testosterone because we want to help their libido and their low energy and their erections like it's a legitimate medical problem. And so what kind of got me fired up is the fact I'm like, why are women being treated in such a oddly different way than men are being treated? And I think that's where my voice is very valuable, because I'm like, would you say that same thing to a man? And if the answer is no, don't say that thing to a woman.
It's so
Yeah.
true. Like we treat women as if it's like an emotional issue. Like, honey, just relax.
Well, and women, yeah,
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
And women have to prove their brokenness. Meaning, like, a guy comes in and he's like, I don't really want to have sex, and like my erections are not what they used to be. And we're like, but is it bad enough? Like,
Is it bad
you never have to like achieve bad enough when you're a guy. Like,
Right.
you paid for parking, you paid for your copay, you made an appointment, you kept it, you showed up on time. That's bad enough. Right. And then when women do all those same things, we're like, well, let's see how it goes and let's revisit that in a year.
right.
Exactly.
Right. So like women have this, and the crazy thing is people are like, women consume more healthcare. And it's like women have to see 5 or 6 doctors to get their needs addressed.
That's
If
true.
we actually treated them equally, maybe they consume less healthcare. Like,
That's
women are
true.
busy. They're like, I'll let me look for 5 doctors to solve my problem.
That's
Right.
true,
So like
true.
the women are looked at as the problem because they consume too much, instead of us looking at it like, what are we doing to not help them as fast?
Exactly.
That's true. And we also treat them like they're the problem if they have low desire, or if they can't have an orgasm, or they have sexual pain, or, well, what what are you thinking about? Why all that has happened?
That's right. That's right. No,
Yeah.
it's true. Well, now we're using our voices, which is nice. And I think it's so nice to have these conversations. I mean, you are all over social
All
media
over.
talking. I see you talking from your car, taking a walk on a dock, your pajamas, putting estrogen patches on in your kitchen. I'm like, wow.
Very
Okay.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are watching. Like, I
Oh,
kind of want to
God.
know what
Oh,
you had for
Lord, yeah.
breakfast.
Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah.
You're like, you realize that it's like the following on social media is bigger than cities at this point.
Oh,
It's like,
it's
it's
fantastic.
very crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, some people like, they're like, oh, wow. And I'm like, dude, it took me like, I've been doing this for years at this point, right? Like, it's very easy now. But that was the same as everybody in the beginning. Like, oh my God, what are people going to say? Like I started my podcast almost 6 years ago. There were 0 urology podcasters. And I was like, they're going to kick me out of the club. I'm going to because the big thing in medicine is like, don't be labeled unprofessional, right? Like that's like the big scarlet letters, like do not be unprofessional, whatever the F unprofessional means. Apparently, if you're a female wearing a swimsuit's unprofessional if you're a female physician, right? So I was really worried about it. And then I realized like nobody was going to come and tell me that I knew enough or like I'm the one who should. Like I was waiting for permission to speak. And I got out of the shower where all good ideas happen and like lightning struck my brain and was like, the permission you're waiting for is your own. Nobody's
Such a good
coming.
message.
You
That's a
killed
great
it.
that's a great message for women in general.
True.
Like
Yeah.
no one's going to come and tell you you're allowed to speak, you're allowed to be the expert, you're allowed to talk about what you know, you're allowed to show up, you're allowed to say it online, you're allowed to have a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
But that too is what makes you so relatable because you talk the talk. I mean, you just sound like you're sitting at the kitchen table with your BFF.
Because she is.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's right.
Because I am.
Yeah. But I have to say, Kelly spoke at the FDA. You were just killing it, carrying the banner for testosterone. You had lipstick on. I mean,
I got some
great.
This was a professional. This was a professional job that we had there.
You didn't need it. You looked amazing.
Thank
but
you.
It was so inspiring. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was an awesome opportunity. Like, and we prepared for that. So a bunch of names got nominated. Basically, Dr. McCary, who's head of the FDA now, said he wants to hold basically like expert roundtables because in an awesome, humble, like truth, like he doesn't know everything about everything. But what can the FDA do to help Americans with their healthcare, right? And so he said, bring heart, bring science. Bring stories, bring facts, and tell us so it has to be something the FDA could do, right? I can't be like, have insurance cover, blah, blah, blah. It's like something the FDA can do. And so there's about 12 of us. We each got 5 minutes. We met like 3 times beforehand to be like, what's your goal? What's your message? What's your story? So we like all helped each other. It was like a wonderful combination of like basic science plus clinicians. So people knew the data. Like to have lunch with this group of people was very fun.
Crazy. Yeah.
Because like you just start at like this level of knowledge, right? It's like, oh my God, everybody knows all the data here. So you can be like, what do you think about this? Yeah. And I mean, I have to tell you, I brought testosterone and it went over well. I practiced, I wrote that. Like that was awesome. I brought heart, I brought science, I brought stories. I completed the assignment. And every meeting that we had ahead of time, people are like, I don't think we should talk about testosterone. And then I get all tachycardic and like let them have their statement and then respectfully challenge them and to say, you know what, there's significant FDA issues with testosterone. I know what the American women want. The American women talk to me every day about this. I know what the FDA can do to help, and I'm going to speak about testosterone. And then there was always somebody in the room who was then an advocate and was like, absolutely, Kelly. Yes, you should. Right. But I had to fight for testosterone to be at this panel because it's still the ugly stepsister of hormone replacement therapy, even though ovaries make 4 times the amount of testosterone than estrogen. That's not what we're taught in med school. So
was the resistance,
and especially
because,
like
wait, can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Was the resistance because of the treatment for women and testosterone? Like if you had been talking about testosterone for men, it would not have been an issue.
Correct.
So their resistance was, no, we're not going to talk about testosterone in women because we just don't believe in it, like Santa Claus, or what was the issue?
I think it was two things. Number one, some people on that panel don't have expertise with testosterone, right? So they don't know. And then number two is the passion for getting the boxed warning off of vaginal estrogen is so strong right now that some people can't see a way forward until that happens. Like we're so hell bent on getting that absolute piece of incorrect crap off of this medication that like literally people are like this first, then that. And then my argument is we can ask for multiple things at one time. We're capable, smart people.
We're women.
And my true belief is like
orgasm.
Yeah, we can do multiple things.
We can ask for multiple things. That's fine.
That's right.
So I think those were the two, is like the black box warning is such low hanging fruit at this point that people are like, just get it off. Then we'll move forward. Where I'm like, yes. And people need to start hearing about this. Like there are many, 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 many women on testosterone now. Like it's hard to study. A lot of it's compounded and we're using male products. So it's very hard to measure, but by some measures, there's as many women in America on testosterone as men.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
So like this is a big problem that we have. But it's hard to see, like, you can't see it. You can't measure it. There's no product. Like it's very intangible. And if you're not in it, you don't see it. But I'm like, dude, I am in it. Like I hear from people every single day.
I mean, what inspired you to partner with testosterone? I mean, that's, to your point, it's all about estrogen right now and just people accepting and embracing and hugging estrogen, especially in the vagina. I mean,
I know you're all about that.
I'm hugging. I just put my estrogen in this morning, but
I forgot
because I was like, oh, Kelly.
I'm podcasting today. I need my vaginal estrogen in.
That's right. I need it.
Should have brought in some for me because I did not use it.
I will. But I'm
She's
curious.
the estrogen cream queen over here.
Because, to your point, I mean, now, and I've with your help, little do you know, but I use it now like I do with everyone. But I just wonder how did that even evolve? Like your passion for testosterone?
Well, I mean, where I started was urology. I give 10 times the dose to men every day. They're not dying, right? They like it. They're not coming in and being like, this only helps libido. Thank you. Right? Like, so I understand testosterone on a different plane than I would say it, like the amount of people that message me who say their gynecologist says that women don't make testosterone, like it's a problem. So I just understand testosterone on a different level because I give it to the guys and guy doses. And oh, by the way, we give it to women who want to be trans men and then they live as men at those doses. So like I understand it on this level, right? And then I also came into it from like my original angle was female sexual health, adult female sex ed. And then only through, I always say sex got me into hormones, but only through like female sexuality was I like, hold on, wait, you're telling me estrogen actually is good for you, but people think it's bad for you? Like this is a effing trip, right? So I came into it from the side, from like the lobby door instead of like through the football field of like, because I wasn't treating hot flashes. I was treating female sexual dysfunction and male sexual health. And so like I came into it from this like, you guys are crazy. Like this is, you're afraid of the wrong things, right? Like, so I kind of like came in like, oh my God. And I think that's why is because, and then the other, I mean, it's a good question of why I'm partnering with testosterone. I mean, because testosterone's got issues, man. Like testosterone's got your estrogen's a chip shot at this point. Like, oh my God, transdermal estradiol. Just like, tell me why we can't give that to everybody at this point. Like, it's only misinterpretation of crappy old data is why we're not doing that. Sure. So, testosterone has many, many issues. One of them being the science researchy people saying it's only for libido. Right. And I'm like, there's so many issues with that and the DEA restriction, and we have no FDA approved product.
Right.
Insurance coverage is a total asshole. So to me, I'm like, I don't know why I partner with testosterone, except for the fact that when women come back, I've changed their lives.
Absolutely.
And like, that's why, because everything else is a complete pain in the ass.
Yeah. And I mean, there's just not enough research, right? So, the fact
and there won't be. That's the thing. And there won't
especially
be.
now. Especially now.
Why?
Especially
Because
now. It's a generic medication. Pfizer's not going to put $1 billion behind this. It's not going to get a Super Bowl ad, right? Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, we don't have enough research. Well, guess what? We're not going to. So let's get to work. Women are suffering.
Because it's not about men's erections, because it's not about reproductive health, because who cares about women's orgasm? Because
all of the above. Plus, it's a generic medication that's not patentable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and doctors like us, compounding pharmacies, you have to sort of embrace, and most gynecologists, they probably never made a prescription at a compounding pharmacy. So it's hard. It's access.
Totally hard. You had a 10-minute visit with your doctor. Now you want to talk about sex? Australia has a female dosed testosterone product, but it's labeled for libido. So I get the women, they're like, number one, I'm lying to my doctor and saying I want it for libido. So we've got lies going on because we say that's the only indication. And number two, doctors aren't giving it to women when they say they have low libido if they're not married.
Oh God, that's new.
That's very
that's ripe. So to me, I'm like, putting libido on it is fraught with barriers.
So what are the other symptoms that you would give it for? For exhaustion, for what else?
Yeah. So testosterone's a neurohormone, right? It helps glial cells. It helps myelin sheaths. Like people with low testosterone have higher risks of Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, depression, dementia. That's the thing. People say we don't have enough research. I'm like, well, we take statins and give them to women when we didn't test it on women. We take blood pressure medications, test it on men, give it to women, right? But for testosterone, we're like, don't use all the male data, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh God. It's like, dude, we have so much data and our brains aren't that different. But that's what it is. It's a very vague, I can't x-ray you and be like, I know how testosterone is going to help. Like it's a lot more vague. And even I stutter on it. And the reason is we don't have an FDA approved indication. And I'm like, what is libido? Libido's a mood, right? But like the stalwarts will be like, it can only be used for libido, but it doesn't help mood. And I'm like, you guys are insane. Like you're talking in circles, right? But it really does help mood, depression, energy. I just don't hit the wall at 3 p.m. I'm not grabbing coffee. It helps some people. I met a woman at the FDA. She's like, the dose of Ambien that she was on would tranquilize a horse and it didn't touch her. And she's like, finally added testosterone to my hormone regimen. I sleep like a freaking baby. That's not researched, right? So it's like, it is a neurohormone, but how it helps everybody is kind of like unique and vague. And again, that's another problem with testosterone, right? Of like, everybody's different. But I will guarantee you, women don't come back and say, the only thing this helped with was libido. Right, because that's not how that's not how libido works. Libido doesn't work in a vacuum.
Let me ask you a personal question, as if you were my personal Dr. Kelly. So I was on testosterone for a little while, and I was really horny, like I really wanted to have sex.
I started you on that, didn't I? Was it me?
No, you continued me on it. Okay. Someone else gave me the pellets, and you didn't believe in the pellets. You were like, no pellets for you. But what happened was, I really wanted to have sex all the time, but I hated my husband. And all we did was argue. And he was like, what is your problem? Like, I don't know what's happening with you, but we need like a come to Jesus moment. And like, you're being a bitch. Like, I don't know what's changed. And I was like, what has changed?
What is new in the last 8 days?
Were you growing a beard or anything?
And then you were like, oh yeah, you got to stop those pellets. And then you were like, come back to me with the testosterone thing. And I came back to you, and then I did the cream, and then I was like, I just don't know. If I can't tell. Is this really helping me? Is it helping my mood? Is it helping my tiredness? Is it making me, my nipples were huge and my clitoris was huge, and I felt like sex was great, but I hated everyone.
Yeah, probably too high.
Too high.
I think people think testosterone is going to be this like light switch or something. And for some people it is. And so what I joke is I'm like, dude, there's the people who like 2 weeks in, they're like, light switch, brain is back, I'm back, better than ever, feeling fantastic. And then there's everybody else who hates those people.
I think my brain was back. Light switch was way over.
Yeah, you're
overcompensating.
way overtuned. Side effects happen when you get high levels. And I truly think like when appropriately dosed, testosterone's subtle. Like, hey, I'm actually like seeing some gains at the gym that I wasn't seeing for putting in the work. I just have a little bit more energy. I just want to kind of get things done. I mean, I have like 8 women who've started businesses at this point, right? And so it's like, but it's never going to get FDA approved for starting a business,
right? Not for women, anyway.
What dose do you like? I mean,
I tend to start at 5 milligrams.
Oh, you do?
5 milligrams, like either compounded cream or microdose the testum. So that's 1/10. Some people will start at, if you think you're sensitive to things, start at 3 milligrams.
Yeah. I even start at 1 actually, but
that's low.
But that's good.
But you're
good to know.
Especially if you have a woman. So 50% of women in midlife, this 50% of women in midlife will struggle or be bothered by hair loss. Like it's a legitimate problem. Testosterone alone, some people will say their hair is great on testosterone, right? Wow. But it's like, especially if a woman's like, I'm noticing my hair and I don't like do not push her testosterone up high. Like those hair follicles will freak out. So like I would go slow on her. If she says she's like super like a hyper absorber of her estrogen patch, right? She just needs a little dose. Yeah. She's got a decent estradiol. Like those people, I'll start lower. But like I'm not afraid of giving women their testosterone back and like seeing how they do. And it's very hard to dose too high on a cream or a gel.
I'm going back on that cream now. You have like sold me, and I don't think I ever lost hair. So I'm like 100% back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you check levels? What do you?
Yeah. So I check a baseline. I always tell people I'm looking for the mysterious unicorn woman with a high testosterone in midlife. Exactly. I haven't found her yet. I've had friends who found her, but I haven't found her. Like an undiagnosed PCOS or something like that. But I haven't found her. I just like to know where you were. Because I like to know that you're absorbing it. And I recheck it at about 6 to 8 weeks. And if they aren't feeling anything yet, like I said, there's the 2-week people who are like, love it, told all my friends, life's back, gracias. And then everybody else hates those people. So if you're not feeling it at 2 months, I'm going to keep you on the exact same dose. Just let you ride it for a little bit longer. I do not push up high. I do not push up fast. I think you have to earn your high testosterone level. And what I mean is go slow. It takes a while. Like I tell people, sometimes it takes 4 months before humans become attractive.
That's right.
Right.
So it might take 4 months till I like my husband again. Is that what you're saying? That's
right.
Testosterone is not a miracle worker, my friend. Does not repair all relationships.
Besides rage that Tammy experienced, what other side effects are you seeing? I mean, typically see.
I usually don't see because I don't push a woman above 150. I mean, these are American values for anybody international who's listening. But I don't push people above 150, and it's rare to get side effects below 150. You really start seeing the side effects with the injectables and the pellets and stuff like that. So mood, but it's like, you give somebody too high of an estradiol dose, they get moody. Right? Like it's not unique to testosterone. So mood, acne, clitoral hypertrophy, very rare in, slightly above physiologic female doses.
Wow.
Can you tell people what that is? Because our listeners don't know what that means.
Tell people what is?
Clitoral hypertrophy.
Oh, clitoral hypertrophy. Micropenis. No, it's just your clitoris grows to the point where you don't find it pleasing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's big.
It's big.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one benefit I liked, actually. It was very nice. And I found it wasn't like totally like a penis, but it was definitely good.
Was your orgasm different?
You could have like blown on me like, and I would have an orgasm.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, don't you just want to know what her testosterone was?
Wow.
I totally do.
Yeah.
Totally
it was probably
obviously
high.
way too high.
Wow. 350, 400 plus.
Really? See, I always like to do things like really hit him
hard. Yeah. She's like, if I'm going to learn, it'll learn on me.
Yeah.
So that's the other crazy thing. Like, let's just keep talking about how unfortunate my advocacy around testosterone is, because testosterone's got issues. People will be like, we don't have enough safety data. We don't have enough safety data. And I'm like, okay, first of all, testosterone got FDA approved for men with 6 months safety data.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Nope.
So
Note
did
to
Viagra.
self.
So there's number one. Number two, we've been giving women is in gynecology. A lot of these old papers are gyne papers because they were using testosterone for a lot of things back then since 1942-ish. So we got 80 years female dosing. And we've got a 30-year paper and a 50-year paper on trans men. That's 10 times the dose.
Good point.
So when people are like, I'm like, what other medication have you given 10 times the dose to happy volunteers for 50 years? And then we're like, but I don't know about your dose. You know, so it's like, it's always to point out the absolute bias that we have. Like, you guys, we actually have a lot of information with this. Let's use it. And the Intrinsa patch, which worked better than placebo, 4-year safety data, did not get FDA approved because it was about 2 years after the WHI bomb dropped. So, and then, you know, hormones were just toxic for about 20 years afterwards. So it's like, we had a female patch. There was a female patch in Europe. They pulled it off the market because nobody used it. So do you want to just say what that bomb is that was dropped that she's saying?
The WHI study was the big bomb. I mean, we're still digging ourselves out of a very
misinformation
bad study that was stopped early, you know, saying that women were going to get strokes and breast cancer. Average age was 63. 64, 63. I mean, it was just, there were so
with
many.
no symptoms. Very few people had moderate or severe vasomotor symptoms. And then they published hormone therapy didn't make symptoms better.
Yeah. So, but this was really what changed sort of the whole generation of care given by doctors, what women wanted to do with hormones. They felt it was unsafe. And we're just digging ourselves out of that hole. I feel like we're making a lot more strides now, definitely this year, but it's taken a minute.
Well, it's taken a hot minute. And I feel like it's people like you, Dr. Sherry, you, Dr. Kelly, like the voices that are out there now that are saying, you know, that really isn't true. And this is really the reality. And, you know, you have much greater presence now with this generation too. And
well, yeah, I mean, there was just a paper published. It was in the breast cancer literature that 80 to 90% of women get their health information on social media, including podcasts, right? I was part of a study that was just published in the urology literature looking at health podcasts like this and how useful they are for people, because we have a 10-minute doctor visit now. Do not expect to get your education in the clinic at this point, right? You just can't.
Exactly.
And if doctors aren't out there sharing accurate information, you know, everybody else is sharing inaccurate information. So it really makes sense of like, yeah, it's okay that the doctors are talking because everybody else is talking and they don't have clinical experience.
Yeah, and you don't want to get this information off TikTok from people that don't know what they're talking about.
Oh my God. And it sounds, it's all you have to do is kind of sound assertive in 60 seconds. And people are like, he seems nice.
Right, that's right.
Right? He's never written a prescription for hormones in his life.
And he's 24.
Yeah, and he's like,
he's my life coach.
Are a Band-Aid. And I'm like, you don't know how biochemistry works. Like, knock it off.
And you're 24.
And you're 24 and you don't have ovaries.
I mean, besides testosterone, because I know that's, you know, I always think estrogens are superpower, but you probably think in part it's
that's nice.
I do, but you know, now I think it might be, you know, you may say that's testosterone.
Hormones are superpowers.
That's true. Yeah. What do you think is the most rated aspect of sort of a healthy sex life?
Some good quality sleep.
Oh God, that's so smart. It's really true. Yeah,
that's right.
It's so smart.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, now I always say
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was
lube.
saying, lube. Lube's the greatest. That was the other big myth of.
Oh my God. Like, right? I'm like, can we move on? Can we just have everybody use lube so we can move on?
I know.
Why are we still having this conversation?
Because there's still the 24-year-old TikTok life coach that says, well, if
that's
you're wet.
Exactly right. That was so in clinic within 1 week, I had 2 women under the age of 25 because we're like self-deprecating. And we're like, it's only the older women that don't know, right? The new women, they know. 2 women under the age of 25 came in for pain with sex. And I'm like, do you put a hard penis in an unaroused vagina without lube? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, that hurts.
Right.
That shit hurts. Like, don't do that. And one of them was like, my boyfriend told me that, you know, I shouldn't need lube. And I'm like, he's an asshole. His penis isn't self-lubricating.
Right.
He's putting a hard rod in an unaroused vagina. Not cool. Right. So that was my wake up call where I'm like, okay, the younger generation's not doing any better. I'm like, you're hurting yourself. Get some sex ed.
No, they get their sex ed from porn.
Yeah.
And they tell each other, well, I'm young and juicy. So, if I was young, and juicy, I wouldn't need lube. So
I'm like,
that's right.
The clitoris doesn't self-lubricate. The penis doesn't self-lubricate. Stop making the vagina do everybody else's job.
The vagina just takes the brunt of so much. It's
literally and figuratively.
It really does.
I know.
But that's interesting that I would have thought that would have been different. That the younger generation seems to embrace more. But still, I mean, are they having orgasms? Do you ask? I mean,
God. So if you look at the orgasm gap, best case scenario is a committed long-term relationship because she then orgasms about 60% of the time. If you look at college hookup sex, her orgasm rate is about 7% of the time. So like, I just want to go to these college campuses and be like, what the hell are you participating in? Yeah. Like, this is nonsense.
Yeah, the orgasm gap. I don't think we talk about that enough either. And I think it's such a great topic because it really, I'll just
go.
Yeah. I mean, so for men, what is the average to have an orgasm? 3 to 5 minutes.
In a vagina? Yes.
In a vagina. Women, 14 to 20 minutes.
With the penis in a vagina.
With the penis in a vagina. And there's a gap. So, and foreplay is what? Foreplay, the average, I think the last statistic was like under 5 minutes.
Well, and like 80% of women fake orgasms. So part of it is
do you
also,
know that men fake orgasm too?
They do.
I saw that statistic.
I just had a podcast guest on about that. I was like, tell me everything. And they're like, they fake for the same reasons women fake. Like, thank you for coming to the party. I'd like the party to end. Like,
yeah. And I don't want you to feel bad that I'm not. So I'm going to do it. And basically the bottom line is that no one's talking to each other about what they really want or need because it's scary.
Let me ask you a question. Since you're a urologist and you deal with penis, I mean, when it's hard,
as a topic,
they still have an erection though, right? So how do they fake it? Like, how do you visually fake it? Because they don't.
Well, it's
do
internal.
They get flaccid?
It's internal, and then they just say, "Okay, I'm done," and then they lose their erection, and
that's it.
They pull out.
Just think of something cold.
Think of their mother.
I don't own a penis, so I can't tell you. I've never faked an orgasm with a penis before, but
it takes more effort to maintain an erection than it does to not maintain an erection, right?
Just get stressed. Just get super stressed and think about taxes and math.
That's right. Or politics.
Or just stop thinking. Just stop thinking about trying to keep your erection. And
that's right.
It goes away.
Yeah,
that's right.
So the nice thing or not nice thing is everybody fakes it. But I think lack of communication. Like nobody got. My whole thing is adult sex ed, right? Like I'm not here to teach the teenagers. That's for somebody else. To me, I'm like I got to teach the adults who think that they're broken because they never got any sex ed. And I'm like, yeah. Most women don't orgasm with putting something in the vagina. Like let's move on and use lube and get on hormones.
Right.
Like come on.
Right.
And like the amount of women and men who've like read my book and they're like, I'm good now. Thanks. Just needed to know how it worked.
Yeah.
And figured that out. Like, it's like a hall pass. It's like most people can figure it. You got to just erase all the crap that Hollywood gave you.
Yeah.
True.
Most people just need to know that you need clitoral stimulation to have an orgasm. And they're like, oh, okay. That's the secret. Okay. Is there anything else? No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It's not rocket science. It's just unlearning assumptions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
But menopause, it's harder. Definitely. I mean,
totally.
I wasn't even sure if you were in menopause yet until I saw you putting on the patch in the kitchen the other day.
Oh, it's cool now to take hormones in perimenopause, my friend. And who knows when I'm in menopause? I don't know. I have an IUD. Like, I'm not going to know.
Yeah. There you go.
Right? Like, that's
a good combo.
The whole thing, and I think that's worth talking about, the whole, like, last period as a marker for hormone readiness is absolutely irrelevant. And I think, and that's where, the menopause thought leaders are like, can we stop effing calling this menopause? Because the last period is meaningless. You've already lost a large majority of your bone density, right? Like, the arteries are already getting stiff. Like, there's nothing magical about a last period. But for the lay person, that's what they think it is. Instead of like, that's just a symptom of ovarian decline.
Yeah. And I noticed they changed it to menopause transition. Maybe that was the nod to that. I also don't like the word postmenopausal because
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever post means
Yeah.
like you're
Like,
beyond
I'm
it.
over
Like,
that. Well,
I hate
yeah,
that term. It's
because
like it was a
that
phase that you
generation
get
won't
through it.
listen then.
right.
Like,
But
I'm
'cause,
already
like,
done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you get an ovary transplant?
right, that's
Like-
right. I mean, I know we lag. The whole American College of OBGYN, the whole
The
so
sex
many
world.
areas of I think women's healthcare that we're trying to reteach ourselves because I think healthcare providers were not taught well. I mean, we're not taught well. I know in menopause, but we're not taught well about testosterone either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to take it one step further. With the 10, I'm just picking on the 10-minute doctor visit because I truly believe we go into healthcare to care for people. Like, we truly do care. We truly do care. And then I think we lose that along the way. And now it's like, and I didn't realize this until I got on social media and started the podcast. And now I basically have like a back door to like people's personal stories 24/7. But it's like, we all think we're doing a very good job, right? Like, you do a nice day of work and you help some people and we think we're doing a good job. And these people are like, I'm on my 5th doctor. I'm on my 6th doctor. Like, I could write a book just like the shit doctor says, like the things doctors say to women. Like, it's horrific.
What's been the most, just tell us the most crazy one.
Oh my, well, I could tell you the most recent one because I can't rank them as far as like the worst, but the most recent one is a prominent cancer center on the East Coast. For a woman's sexual dysfunction, said, use Crisco.
Crisco.
No.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Ouch. We don't even use that in cooking anymore, friends.
No.
Like,
I don't even know they make it. Wow.
Yeah. Can you buy that?
I didn't know they make it.
You need a license for
I mean, I
Crisco?
can just see like a really,
That was a
really
bad one.
But that's a
old
prominent
doctor.
cancer center.
Yeah.
So,
It's
so
like
to
a
me, I'm like,
bottle of
we
Crisco
just
in
need
his
to listen to
office.
women. Like, listen to them and believe them. I know that's a low starting point, but sometimes you got to get back to the basics. And that's what it is like, are you going to get an FDA approved indication for every reason for estrogen? No. Are we going to get one for prevention of dementia? No. But she wants to reduce her risks and we have some data. Like, let her decide, her body, her choice.
Yeah. Well, and so just curious, the FDA, was there any acknowledgement? I mean, I know we're on the black box for vaginal estrogen, but what about the testosterone? Was there something that made you feel a little more optimistic about the future?
Well, apparently, because I was not looking at the director while I was giving my talk, but other people were. And apparently he mouthed, "This is awesome."
Oh.
So I'm like, I'm going to take that as like the best win ever because I truly don't think he saw testosterone coming, and certainly presented in the way of like, I mean, my presentation was like, this is bias. This needs to stop. And by the way, while you're at it, deregulate it. So I know he had a meeting with the DEA right after the FDA meeting.
Nice.
So, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not in it. We'll see how easily. There's a couple of companies in America going forward with a female dose testosterone, which is fantastic because it's really going to open this conversation up. Like, absolutely going to open this conversation up. But we could get one within 3 years.
Okay.
If with the right things. And so to me, I'm like, that's great. It's wonderful. It's going to add an air of legitimacy. And I mean, another one of my asks was like, do not FDA approve this for low libido because insurance has sexual health riders and will deny coverage.
Especially for women.
And men have it. Men have it for hypogonadism. I want it for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this coming decade will be like psychedelics and testosterone. That's like going to be our decade. So we're going to ask you a personal question.
Okay.
You can decide if you want to answer it or not.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about this from a different perspective. If your vagina could talk, what would it say?
Good job, sister.
I love it.
Well, what about your bladder? If you could, that's kind of that's
the bladder. The bladder's like you realize you're an expert. What do they say? Like the cobbler's kids don't wear shoes.
Yeah,
like please don't hold me.
Oh,
oh,
go pee for God's sake.
Go pee. No, please don't hold me. Just got that.
That's very
good.
sweet.
I know. That's
and before we wrap it up, do you have any questions that you want to ask us as the paradox, as the sex therapist combo? Is there anything you want to put back in our court and ask us why you have us?
Well, just for funsies, how much as a sex therapist do you effing hate that Instagram doesn't let you say your job?
Oh my God. I have been shadow banned so many times from social
People
media.
don't know this. You need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't spell sex like SEGZ.
Hate it.
And I still get banned. Like I have books called, one of my books is Getting the Sex You Want. I can't even like whisper or like put even like a portion of the cover of the books that I go in Facebook jail for like at least 6 months. I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like this is where on this book of mine, this is where I say for people who are just audio only, I have a very small fonted sex on here. Right
it
here.
says
stop and I showed shitting. Stop shitting all over your sex life in small font is the subtitle. Right. And Instagram put like a black box over it.
Unbelievable.
I can be half naked. That's fine.
At least they let you put your book there that says You Are Not Broken for listeners. And we'll give you a link in the show notes. But at least they let you put your book cover there. At least they let you be alive on there and a real person.
That's the thing. People don't understand that your accurate sexual health information is being blocked from the general population. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we are talking about that enough.
Absolutely.
No, it's very true.
They're
making it hard. They're making it hard to talk about it.
That's why podcasts are the last batch, like podcasts and books. But if you can't show your book on Instagram, right, you're not going to know that exists.
Yeah. I have another podcast called The Trouble with Sex. And I've interviewed like sexual health and sexual justice people that's their job, is to fight against Meta and other places to try to get things out of shadow ban jail. And it's a whole process. And
it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And all the Viagra, Levitra, Cialis people, they can have all the ads they want.
Sure.
But I can't.
The big lawsuit in the New York subway because they can put PDE5 inhibitors on there, but you can't have a woman's vibrator on there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're having Polly Rodriguez talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm doing a talk in New York, October 3rd or 4th. And basically I'm saying like the sexual revolution's only halfway done. It started with Viagra. It's only halfway done. And until we address the women, this is an unequal revolution.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to debunk one other myth about the GLPs and having a bigger penis?
That was close. Some clickbait on the internet, like GLP-1s make you have a bigger penis. And we're like, well, yes, because the penis stays the same size and you get smaller. Mm-hmm. So that's like the sailboat's the same size, but it's closer on the horizon.
You've heard it here.
Yeah, GLP-1s for our listeners are weight loss drugs.
The weight loss increases testosterone. And so testosterone can increase blood, just like testosterone increases blood flow to the clitoris, testosterone increases blood flow to the penis. So it could also appear larger because you have better blood flow because you have higher testosterone.
Good point.
But it doesn't make your penis grow bigger. Let's just squash that.
Watch them get an FDA
right
approval.
now.
If they get an FDA approval for that, I'm going to be pissed.
Geez. Exactly. Now, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, you are everyone's BFF on social media. Truly one of mine. And I think, Kelly, you need a talk show. You need a morning talk show.
Well, you know the people. You're in LA. I don't know those people.
We'll start one and invite you. You can be the main
you start one. I'm happy to be a recurring guest.
Can you tell people how to find you? Tell us all of your social media and how they can find you, and tell us how they find your book.
They can hear me not talk about sex on Instagram at Kelly Casperson MD. And if you want to hear me talk about sex, that's the podcast called You Are Not Broken. And then my website is also kellycaspersonmd.com. And the new book, The Menopause Moment, Mindset, Hormones, and Science for Optimal Longevity, which has an entire GSM chapter, as well as 2 sex chapters. And the first hormone chapter starts with testosterone.
There you go.
Since we have more of it than estrogen.
Yeah. And GSM, just for all you all, dry vagina, issues with dryness and thin tissue and bladder issues, UTIs, urgency, frequency. If you don't use estrogen, you're going to be visiting Kelly.
And then you're going to say, what do you mean this is because of menopause? Menopause was years ago.
I'm postmenopausal now.
I'm over that.
That was a moment.
And then I look at you and I say, did you get an ovarian transplant I'm not aware of?
Thank you for all you do. You honestly are such a superstar in creating the conversations that aren't being had. You're changing the narrative. You're doing everything right. And you just make people feel so
Thanks, Sherry.
just welcomed and relatable. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being here too.
You're going to change my sex life because I'm going to go back on testosterone.
Small
I'm going to go back to that cream.
Small doses.
Yeah.
Earn your high
totally.
dose. Small doses.
I'm going to earn it. I'm going to earn it,
that.
Kelly.
Exactly.
I'm earning it. So for our listeners, it's DRKELLYCAS person.com.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. And to all our listeners, stay sexy, stay healthy. Until next time.